morning and welcome back. I'm MJ Mayo, and today we'll give you the latest news about the volleyball team and the marching band. Plus, Bill Townsend and I will deliver your school news and give you an update on what's happening in the world. Bailey Gardner will talk about the political world and update us in entertainment news. It's November 3rd, and this is the CCN. Good morning, HCHS. I'm MJ Mayo.
And I'm Belle Townsend, here with your weekly dose of news.
Attention food lovers, please take advantage of the cafeteria's new suggestion box to give the staff feedback about their new meals and what you'd like improved.
ABA basketball applications are available at the bookstore. There are no tryouts for students aged 14 to 17 who are interested in playing.
Leo Club is collecting Sherway stamps for their annual Thanksgiving basket project. Drop off any spare stamps with Mrs. Freeman in G203.
And finally, if you're interested in attending the presidential inauguration in January, have a seat average, and have $550 to spare, see Mr. Stallings in B204 as soon as possible.
Speaking of the presidential race, it's over in less than a week. We now go to Bailey Gardner for a quick update.
That's right, the race is drawing to a close, and it can't come soon enough for most of us. Last Friday, FBI Director James Comey announced new emails had been found that might connect to the Hillary Clinton email server scandal, which has plagued Clinton throughout the race. Even after Comey announced in July the FBI was recommending no charges be brought against the presidential candidate. Since Friday, polls have shown some reaction to this latest news, with Donald Trump regaining some momentum and seemingly regaining the advantage in swing states like Florida, Arizona, and North Carolina. As it stands, Trump needs to win all those states and at least one major Clinton-leaning state to get the 270 electoral votes required for the presidency. Will it happen? We'll find out in 5 days. Back to you, Belle.
Thanks, Bailey. For more on the election and how some colonels view it, we now go to Jacob Latimer.
I'm Jacob Latimer from the CCN, and today we interviewed students on their opinions about the presidential election. Have you been keeping up with the presidential election?
Yeah. I watched a couple debates.
Yeah, I kind of have. I watched a few debates, not all of them, but the ones that I have watched, I've only watched a little bit of it.
Yes, I have been keeping up with it because I was thinking about talking to my family about voting for Trump.
I've been keeping up with it because, like, I care about the country, but also, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with Hillary getting voted or Donald Trump getting voted, but I would rather Donald Trump over Hillary due to his beliefs match my beliefs and the things that he wants for this country match the things that I want, and I just think it would be better for him also to be president of the United States.
Have you been keeping up with the presidential election?
Yeah, unfortunately.
If you could vote, who would you vote for and why?
I would vote for Donald Trump. I don't like either of them, but at least he doesn't lie. He's straightforward.
I would vote for Hillary because Hillary is very professional at what she does. Yeah, the messages happened that were deleted, but the FBI has went into those and saw everything that happened, and there was nothing bad that was in those. And Trump is a very arrogant person, and he cannot be saying the things that he's saying.
I just don't want people to look back and see that that was our first girl president. There can be so many better girl presidents, and if they look at that one, then that's
But she's the Secretary of State, so she's already way up in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
If you could vote, who would you vote for and why?
Definitely Trump because he speaks the truth, doesn't hold back.
Trump because I don't like what Hillary has been talking about. I don't like her history with the emails and Secretary of State. I don't like her history with our troops.
Trump because Hillary is a really bad liar, and I could see straight through her, and yeah, Donald Trump can, whenever he speaks stuff, he speaks the truth.
I would vote for Trump because I feel that Hillary is a liar and she's been caught up in a lot of lies and she's done a lot of damage. And I feel that Trump, he has the potential to actually do great things for America and make a change.
I would vote for Hillary because seeing how Trump has acted throughout the entire thing, I don't think think that he is fit to have a position like that.
My answer would be the same because she's more politically experienced than Trump is altogether, so.
Thank you, students, for your opinions on the presidential election. Now back to the studio with MJ and Bell.
Good work, Jacob. Let's turn now to world news.
In the Philippines, President Duterte is at it again. A short while ago, using terms I'm not allowed to say on air, he cursed about President Obama bringing up right violations in the country where Duterte's declared open season on killing drug dealers and users. Now, he's calling the U.S. fools and monkeys for not selling him guns to do so. Not sure what his goal is, but I don't think he's going about it the right way.
Iraqi forces have made progress in their 2-week-old battle to take back control of Mosul from ISIS, having just recaptured a town 15 kilometers south of the target city. Mosul has a population of roughly 1.5 million people, making it a top priority in the battle to defeat the Islamic State.
Terrible news out of Des Moines, Iowa yesterday as 2 police officers were ambushed and killed in separate attacks in the early morning hours. Details were still sketchy at press time, but the officers were found roughly 2 miles away from each other, and police did arrest a suspect around 9:30 yesterday morning.
Finally, we've all loved our toys in the past, but what would you do if your favorite toy came to life? No, I'm not talking about Toy Story. This is Jolene. She's a dog who loves her Gumby toy with all her heart. So, when Jolene's owner's boyfriend dressed as Gumby for Halloween, Jolene had herself a big day with her living, breathing giant toy. Sometimes we forget just how nice it is to see pure joy.
What a sweet story. Speaking of sweet, or maybe bittersweet, this year's band show, Vigilante, was just amazing, and after a final performance Sunday afternoon, the band season is over. Preston Roycer talked to some band students to get a retrospective about their super show.
Hi there, this is Preston Roycer with Comcast. We'll go around and ask the band students how Vigilante's going. So how is your marching band season going?
It went pretty well. We're right at the end of it, and we made it to semifinals. We got in the top 7 at quarterfinals. I'd say that's quite the accomplishment.
So how is your marching band season going?
It was good, it was long, we worked hard, and we got reserve grand champion once, and that was the first time in 2 years. And we're going to semifinals, so that's good. That's pretty much about it.
Thank you to all the band students to give us some more information about Vigilante. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Preston. Let's go to Bailey Gardner for some entertainment news.
It's a big weekend for Marvel. As Doctor Strange opens around the country Friday, some of you lucky viewers get to go see it tomorrow morning. But for the rest of us, we'll have to see how the good doctor turns into a sorcerer supreme on our own time this weekend. Analysts are expecting the film to make up to $75 million this weekend, giving the box office a big boost. Also, the next few weeks are going to see lots of major video game releases, with a new Call of Duty coming out tomorrow, a new Dishonored next Friday, and then Watch Dogs 2 come out on November 15th. And those are just the biggies, so if you're a gamer, you've just got a busy few months ahead of you. Just remember to go outside every now and then. Back to you, Belle.
Sounds like a lot of fun, Bailey. Thanks for that. Next up, we've got a segment about our state tournament bound volleyball team.
This week on the CCN, we are recognizing the volleyball team and asking them about their season.
What steps did your team take to get this far in the season?
We've worked together as a team and helped build our faith in each other and just played our best.
Have you been to this position before?
I haven't.
Does working together as a team help you get farther in the season?
Yes.
Volleyball is mainly a team sport. You get 3 touches on your side of the net and they all have to be different people. So I think volleyball is one of the most team sports.
Have you been to this position before?
We actually were. We got to go to state last year and we went to Final Four, which was a great accomplishment, and I hope we go that far this year.
What steps did your team take to achieve this position?
Definitely a lot of practice. They always say practice makes perfect, and we practice every day of every week, and I think a lot of practice will help us prepare for the state tournament.
And what's that medal you're wearing?
We won regionals last night, so this means we're going to state.
I think the steps that we've taken this year to make it this far is to just always be together and not get down on ourselves and just keep fighting until we get to where we want to be.
Now that you've heard about all the volleyball team's accomplishments, come support them at Friday's tournament.
For my final thoughts today, I wanted to turn towards something I'm hearing a lot lately. This year is crazy. And yeah, it is. Between the election on our TVs and the overwhelming rhythm of activities in the school, it's tough to get a handle on things. So, When you start to find that things are getting too crazy for you to handle, just take a deep breath, hold it, and repeat the process a couple of times. I know it sounds ridiculous, but research shows that taking a few deep breaths and letting your brain cool off for a moment does relieve some stress.
That's our show for today. I'm MJ Mayo.
And I'm Belle Townsend, signing off for the CCN.